everybody. Welcome to the first concert of the 2020-2021 season. My name is Ryan Weber. I'm the music director of the Heartland Symphony Orchestra. I am thrilled to have you joining us today for a special concert that pays tribute to our great orchestra. When it became apparent that we would have to adapt the plans for our 44th season, the board and I started conversations about what we could do to continue our tradition of bringing quality music and great performances to central Minnesota. We decided this would be the perfect opportunity to dig into our archives and celebrate some of our past performances. While we miss seeing you in the concert hall, we are thankful we still have the opportunity to share great music with you. So please, sit back, relax, and enjoy today's performance. Our first selection was the Overture to Jacques Offenbach's opera, Orpheus in the Underworld. The overture was actually arranged by Karl Binder, an Austrian musician. It contains many well-known tunes from the opera, including the famous Can-Can that has become quite popular and recognized all over the world. You might also have noticed that you got a different perspective on the concert. Today's program will give you a chance to see the music from the musician's perspective, which I hope will be a special treat. One way Heartland Symphony kept music going during these unprecedented times was by a series called Music Mondays. HSO musicians recorded solos or duets from the comfort of their home, and I was honored to share their talents on Facebook. The clip that started the series was a solo performance of Blue Bells of Scotland by Arthur Pryor. This is a virtuosic showpiece for trombone. It covers the entire range of the instrument and showcases a wide variety of techniques, ranging from beautiful melodies to rapid-fire triple tonguing. HSO is proud to contain musicians from diverse backgrounds, including teachers, bankers, nurses, and students. Noah Harstad performed with HSO while a student at Bemidji State University. He is currently studying trombone performance at Duquesne University in Pittsburgh and aspires to perform in a professional orchestra or teach at a university in the future. This was the clip that started our Music Monday series, so please enjoy Noah's performance of Blue Bells of Scotland. Thank you, Noah, and all the HSO musicians who shared their time and talents to make Music Mondays a success this summer. While preparing this project, I had the pleasure to reconnect with some of my predecessors as I compiled footage. I'd like to pass the baton to Josh Erie, who will talk about his time with HSO and introduce the next selection on the concert.
Hi there, I'm Josh Erie, and it was my great privilege to be the music director and conductor of the Heartland Symphony Orchestra from 2009 to 2013. Currently, I'm in South Bend, Indiana, and I am the director of a music school and community arts center here called the Music Village. I also conduct the Columbus Symphony Orchestra down near Indianapolis and play with the Sylvan Trio. You know, my time with HSO was really wonderful and rewarding and enriching for me, and I hope certainly for the players in the community as well. We explored a number of great pieces of repertoire, some well-known like Dvorak's New World, some great pops music like the Star Wars Suite, and some lesser-known works, including a brand new piece. And that brand new piece was a commission, and in a way, I think the pinnacle of my tenure with the HSO. So I want to tell you a little bit about the North Country Suite and Rick Soash. So back in 2012, the HSO was celebrating its 35th anniversary, and the board of directors and I discussed commissioning a brand new piece of music that would celebrate the orchestra and celebrate the community in which the orchestra exists. And what better composer than my good friend Rick Soash, who has connections to Minnesota, understands the people and the community, the beautiful nature, the beautiful spirit of the Northland. And so I approached Rick, and Rick Soash from Cincinnati, still there, still writing great music, agreed. And he spent a wonderful week with us and was there at the concert in 2012. Leading up to the rehearsals and the final performance of the piece for that 35th anniversary, Rick and I worked together to discuss the ins and outs of the orchestra, what were the different sections like of the orchestra, and what was it really like to live in central Minnesota in the Brainerd Lakes area. And out of that collaboration came this great piece called the North Country Suite. And it's so evocative. You know, it has great titles to each movement that celebrate things like the boreal forest, the northern lights. But I know we're going to be focusing on two movements. The first movement called Spirit of the North, and the third movement called Father of Waters. So the Spirit of the North movement, the first movement, is bracing. It's brisk. It evokes the sort of crisp air and jauntiness that I think Minnesotans have. It starts in 7/4, an unbalanced but certainly jaunty meter with a great trumpet solo, and then eventually recedes and relaxes into a beautiful second theme in 3/4 by the oboe. Finally, the movement ends with a bombast of timpani. The third movement, the Father of Waters, of course, refers to the Mississippi and takes us on a journey from the headwaters of the Mississippi, not too far away from HSO, all the way down as the river grows grander and grander, wider and wider, with more and more energy until finally it reaches Dixieland. And we get a great Dixieland ending to the movement, complete with banjo and brass and a great Dixieland swing. So I was so thrilled to be a part of that special project to celebrate the HSO's anniversary in that way, to bring Rick Sowash to the HSO and to the Northland, and to be able to give the gift of the North Country Suite to the HSO community and the HSO musicians. So be well, take good care, and keep the music flowing.
Thank you, Josh, for commissioning a wonderful piece and taking time to talk about your tenure with HSO. I think it is so important to continue to perform music by living composers, and I'm thankful Heartland Symphony is able to do this through commissions and our composers competition, which happens every other year. We are chomping at the bit to premiere the work of our latest winner, Quinn Mason, which we are looking forward to doing as soon as we can return to the concert hall. Before we perform our final selection, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in today. If you enjoyed today's performance, I hope you will consider donating to Heartland Symphony Orchestra. A good portion of our budget comes from ticket sales, and more importantly, from your support. We can't wait to return to the concert hall, but we need your help. No donation is too small, and every financial gift goes directly to the orchestra. Please visit our website, heartlandsymphony.com, and click on Donate in the top right corner if you would like to give back to our great ensemble. If you would like to mail your contribution, you can contact us at heartlandsymphony@gmail.com, and we will help you that way as well. Heartland Symphony is proud to have provided our region with great music for the past 44 years, and we look forward to continuing this tradition for the next 44 and beyond. Before closing our concert, I'd like to give a special thanks to Adam Reinwald for sharing his time and talents with us as we prepared this program. Thank you to Noah Harstad for kicking off Music Mondays, and Josh Erie for taking the time to talk about his tenure with HSO and North Country Suite. I'd like to thank the HSO board for their support of this project. I'd like to thank our sponsors, both from last spring and this current season. We cannot do this without your support, so from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I'd also like to thank all the talented musicians of the Heartland Symphony, both past and present. I miss seeing you at our weekly rehearsals and concerts, and I thank you for sharing your time and talents with our wonderful ensemble. It is because of you that we can make great music. Finally, I'd like to thank you, the listener, for attending our concerts and supporting our orchestra. One of my favorite parts of working with HSO is getting to meet our patrons before, during, and after concerts. I love hearing about your favorite selections and sharing my love of music with you. I can't wait for our next live concert, and I hope to meet you there soon. Our final selection comes from Georges Bizet's Carmen, one of the most beloved operas in the entire repertoire. During my first concert as conductor of HSO, we performed the second suite from Carmen, which contains many memorable selections. From the seductive habanera to the triumphant toreador song, music from Carmen is frequently loved and instantly recognizable. Please enjoy the Gypsy Dance from Carmen.